Okay, we're getting closer and closer to the start of the regular season, so it's time to look at the 53-man roster projections. And so what I did was I found an article from Pride of Detroit just from about a week ago when they did a 53-man roster prediction pre-training camp. I want to do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, you'll see that just in 1 week of training camp, we've learned quite a bit. Some surprises, some not. And then the second thing is, while we get in undrafted free agents and there's new people, we kind of know who's going to be on the team because, again, it's all the way down to 53 men. So once you break that down, it's kind of too deep, some specialty guys and some extra handful of guys. It's really not that many people. So let's take a look at this and go through it. If you're new to our channel, we cover the Lions and the Pistons. Right now, it's all Lions, though. We're so pumped about that. It's myself and my partner, Craig, and we cover the Lions the best that we can for you. And so let's take a look. Again, Pride of Detroit, shout out to them. Jared Goff, Nate Sudfeld, no surprises there, of course. Nate Sudfeld is playing well, though. We're in a much better position than we were a year ago at the backup quarterback position. Still not great, but Sudfeld is playing really well. It's great to see and happy to see that. Running back, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are going to be our main guys, but Justin Jackson is just like this quiet, really good thing that happened to the Lions. We basically let him go out on free agency, doesn't really find anything, and just kind of quietly comes back. He was our number 3 running back. He had a lot of good production. I liked him better than Swift there by the end of the year because he was just strong, getting first downs. A lot of good things happened. I trust Justin Jackson, and I like to see that we have him and Craig Reynolds as well. Muhammad Ibrahim, good story, but we haven't heard much from him. Jameer Jefferson, we haven't heard much from. So this looks like the 4 running backs. I totally agree with that and love it. All right, wide receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, Marvin Jones, Khalif Raymond. That we know of, no doubt. We know Tom Kennedy's gone. So it leaves Antoine Green. And I think Denzel Mims would probably, he might get in there as well. So it's going to come down to Mims and Green to see that last position. And I think they might keep 6 receivers, by the way. So that's one to keep an eye on. But I think Pride of Detroit nailed this one as well, pre-draft, or excuse me, pre-training camp. I think Denzel Mims makes it. I really do. I think he's got enough potential and enough time to show us something. I think Denzel Mims gets in at the wide receiver. Then, of course, Jameson Williams comes back in week 7. Yeah, it says it right there. Okay, next one, tight end. So Shane Zylstra, they have him not making it. He got injured anyway, so he's not going to make it. But Brock Wright, Sam Laporta, James Mitchell, that's a good little tight end trio right there. Young, need to develop, need to figure it out, but I love Laporta over Mitchell. I think Mitchell's going to be a good player, could make it, but yeah, man, he's not like your great tight end. Sam Laporta is, though, and Brock Wright can be a great veteran presence until we get it going. Next one, offensive line. No surprises here. You got your starting 5. Love it. And then Graham Glasgow is your center / guard, which there's been rumors that he's going in there for Vaitai quite a bit. So Glasgow could be a starter for Vaitai and vice versa. Matt Nelson is your swing tackle. And then we got a couple other guys. Sortasol is the rookie. Prebasher is another good backup lineman. So love it there. No real surprises when it comes to that. So again, you see there's not a lot of surprises, but I will get to some here on the defensive side of the ball. But you can see all of the Logan Stenberg is finally gonna not make it. I agree. They're all over this, and it's funny how accurate they were pre-camp, but it's only been 1 week of camp, but we do see a lot of things that are like, yeah, pretty good. I think so this one, they didn't have Levi even on here. Levi is in. So Levi's in, Covington's out. That was my prediction. Love that, though. Interior defensive line, Broderick Martin, Levi Onwuzurike, Isaiah, Aleem McNeil. Like, yeah, okay. Love that. Edge. Yep. A lot of edges. So we got a lot of edges / and then you've got like the Pascals and Kaminsky, who are kind of their edge, but they're D tackle kind of guys. But I agree with this. I think Julian, Romeo have to get cut. One of those two, and they're going to keep Romeo. Julian's gone, but hey, shoot, Romeo. Look at this, Aiden Hutchinson, and then across from him you can go Charles Harris, and then the backups are James Houston, Romeo Quara, and then these guys are rotating in however they need them, and interior pressure as long as outside, as well as outside. Love that as well. Linebacker, no surprises here. Love it. No surprises. Derek Barnes is the one where it's like, come on, dude, we need you. We really need you. Because I keep thinking, all right, we're going to be good. Now it's like, who do we need to really step up in order to be really good? Derek Barnes, you'd be one of those guys. And then corner, we know that Mosley is injured. He's probably going to be out for the first half of the season. I don't know. They're not really saying exactly what happened, but keep an eye on that. But Starling Thomas is going to come right in, going to be a great, he's like Jerry Jacobs-esque, undrafted, physical, tough, good size, can only go up from here. I don't think Chase Lucas makes it either. We'll keep an eye on that as well. I don't think Chase Lucas makes it, but because Mosley's injury, maybe he does. Keep an eye on that as well. And we know CJ Gardner-Johnson and Brian Branch, they call them the hybrid defensive backs. It's a good place to put them because they're not really safeties, they're not corners, they're not slot, they're just defensive backs that will be on the team, no question. Safety, keep an eye on Iffy. I don't know. It depends on what they want to do numbers wise, but he's going to be last in, last two in, or last two out of the when you look at just the entire roster as a whole. So keep an eye on him. We shall see. And then they ultimately give the job to Parker Romo. I don't know. That the kicking game is so interesting because Badgley settles us down. I like what Badgley can do. He gets cuts, and now it's Riley Patterson. You're like, all right, Riley Patterson, what's up? Riley Patterson doesn't have that big of a leg. Parker Romo, big leg. Is he accurate enough? I don't know. So that one's going to be interesting as well. So it looked like they had edited it too. So it's maybe I was giving them too much credit for like nailing it pre-draft, but looks like they had some edits in there. So that's fine. Pride of Detroit, great job by them. But that just shows you, I think, there's really defensive end, defensive tackle is going to be a thing. Defensive back, how many defensive backs are we going to keep? But then running back, no real surprises there. And it's thanks to Justin Jackson coming back. I think if Justin Jackson doesn't come back to the team, then it's going to be Mo Ibrahim or, it's maybe like Greg Bell. Like, what are we going to do? And then, it's pretty big chalk. It's back to it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this as we go through the big takeaway, though, as we go through that. It's like, oh my gosh, we've got talent and depth everywhere. I just can't believe it. I really can't believe my eyes. It's just hard to believe and can't wait to see it on the field because it looks good, feels right. Can't wait to see it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments and we'll see all of you on the next one.